Oh, big eyes. There's big eyes. Big eyes, you gonna do a vlog? Big eyes. Big eyes.
2 hours later.
Well, good morning. Today's the day that this comes off, which is 3 days after the hand operation. It's already getting a little bit dirty there. So, before I do, I'll tell you, night 2 was interesting because I was on the lounge in the middle of the night and I was looking at something. I dropped a tiny piece, and rather than pull the table out in the lounge, I actually ended up bending right over, upside down basically, looking underneath the lounge. And of course in that process I inadvertently put all my weight on that hand, and I actually screamed because it bloody hurt. Anyway, the pain hasn't been too bad. I've kept it under control by staying on top of it with the Panamax and whatever it was. You just get the niggly. It's like occasionally you feel like you can feel that stitch that's under there, and occasionally you feel that one. Anyway, let's get into it. There should be 2 pads underneath that will have to stay until I go back to the hand clinic, whenever that will be. I suppose they'll ring. I anticipate by the end of the week. And oh bugger it, neatness doesn't count, does it? I guess they'll take the stitches out then. The trouble I'm going to have is the fact that I've got my wrist caught here. I think I might call for a pair of scissors, as I was going to have. Oh yeah, okay. We'll just cut there and I'll get a pair of scissors. And magically Teddy has appeared. Hey Teddy, thanks for bringing me those scissors. Right, back to the schmozzle here. Oh god. I'll just cut straight through that. Right. Oh. That's a little annoying. Ah, so it's kind of like that. God. I think I'll cut straight up. Oh, that's me. Really thick bandage thing. Maybe not going quite to plan. Not very sharp scissors. There's this. Oh, bloody hell. Didn't anticipate this. I'm not a great scissorer at the best of times. But we are almost through. Ah, now here comes the reveal. And thanks for joining me. No, here we go. Oh good, not too bad. Ah, let there be a bit of air to my hand. Oh. So, there you go. So there's a cut under there and one there. These have to stay on for a week, or until I get them out at the end of the week, hopefully. But see, I've got all the movement I've had before, and they still feel numb. It actually pulls a bit to touch that one now. This is some swelling internally. It's a bit of an effort to touch that where it wasn't before. But there's still, this one in particular is numb, the little finger, which I believe is typical of carpal tunnel. So I can't say there's any difference. The other thing I was going to test is that area here that I mentioned once. Corner of my hand there, it's really quite dead. But recently, it still feels pretty numb. Maybe not as numb. Oh, well, there you go. You saw it live virtually. That's it. But yeah, it kind of pulls a bit to touch the thumb onto that little forefinger there, and that little finger. I mean, I've still got all the flex I had before. So there you have it. There's the next instalment. That's 3 days later. So far I'm still not an advocate of the procedure. But as you would have heard if you tuned into the last little vlog, the day that it happened, the operation, apparently what they said 2 years ago is I need an operation somewhere in my elbow.
One nerve is getting blocked at the wrist and the other nerve is getting blocked at the elbow.
So they seem to have forgotten about it this time. Well, I won't be pursuing that avenue anyway, even if it's offered. I'm hoping it'll get a little bit more feeling than it has, because at the moment, well, I mean, I can feel it. There's a slight pulling here where the wound is still fresh, but at the moment it doesn't really feel any better than it did before the operation. Okay, stay tuned for the next instalment. And cut.